From the Weather NorCal Command Center, this is your evening update.
Daniels Roofing, licensed, bonded, insured roofing contractor. 45 years of generational expertise, offering a variety of roofing systems in the North State. Composition shingles, metal, tile, fire-safe wood shingles, and spray foam roofing systems. An energy-saving cool roof, perfect for commercial flat roofs and mobile homes. With other companies, you may get a foreman or a salesman. But with Daniels Roofing, you get Daniel. Call today for your free estimate. Daniels Roofing, 3 generations working hard to protect your home and business.
Happy holidays from Weather NorCal and our sponsors. Have a wonderful holiday season.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Chief Meteorologist Mike Krueger. Thank you so much for joining us here on Weather NorCal. We're going to take a look at some of those rainfall totals we've seen the last 24 hours. Pretty good, pretty impressive, almost about half an inch out at the Reading Airport. That's also the case in Chico. A little bit less there as you had kind of the rain-shadowed Red Bluff at 1,400, 1,700 out in Willows. Look at Crescent City, 0.8, over an inch in Hoopa. Eureka, you saw just over a half an inch there. In Weaverville, about 4,200, and just over a half an inch out in Hayfork. We take a look at our weather headlines. Storm number 3. Yeah, this is the third in this series of 3 storms since last week. It's moving out tonight. There's still going to be a few showers tonight, early tomorrow morning for some, but for the most part, it's moving out tonight. I do expect a drier trend for most of us, and I say most of us because not everyone's going to be dry all week. And we'll take a closer look at that in your deeper dive forecast, but we do have a wet weather pattern returning again by this upcoming weekend and next week. So yes, we get a break, but then we get more rain in there, and I know a lot of people are probably happy to hear that, right? We could certainly use the rain. Now, the first day of winter, otherwise known as the winter solstice, that will be on Saturday. That'll be the shortest day of the year, at least the shortest amount of daylight we see in the year. And then after that, more and more hours of daylight. That's also good news, right? All right, let's get you through Krueger's Quickcast for your Monday, December 16th. We still have the winter weather advisories out there. Most of these will expire later on tonight and early tomorrow morning. Still a little bit of snow out there, but nothing major. Tonight, we're dropping down somewhere in the low to mid-40s for the valley. Could see some fog for parts of the valley, by the way. A lot of the mountain inland valleys could see some fog, and temperatures tonight in the mid to upper 40s for the coast. Out the door tomorrow morning, we're looking at those temperatures. Looks like somewhere in the 30s for some of the higher elevations. There's some of that fog. I think some patchy, even patchy dense fog for parts of the Sacramento Valley. And as I mentioned, some of those inland and mountain valleys could see some of that fog here for tomorrow morning as well. So storm system number 3, it's exiting the region tonight and tomorrow. Now we've got another storm system behind that. That for the most part is not going to have a huge impact on us. However, as we'll see in our deeper dive forecast, this may be able to break through the ridge for some and bring parts of the coasts, parts of the mountains, a chance for some showers as early as Wednesday. But for tonight and into tomorrow, well, there you can see actually some leftover moisture up to the north, out towards Modoc County in particular, but you can also see some of that fog trying to develop in parts of the valley. But I think we're going to have a hard time developing that fog because it's not going to clear out entirely. You have to have the clear skies first. I know that sounds kind of weird, but you got to clear those skies out first a little bit here, and then we start to see, of course, some of that fog begin to develop along with the calmer winds too. By noon, we're 100% dry. I mean, we're looking at dry for everybody. Right, and then that's the case here as we go into Tuesday night as well. But you see that right here? That is a storm system clipping our north, but it could impact parts of the north coast, other parts of the mountains here by Wednesday. We'll take, again, a closer look at that in your deeper dive. Your temperatures for tomorrow are going to be the upper 50s, so yeah, a little bit warmer. Temperatures in the 40s, 30s and 40s for the higher elevations, and yeah, upper 50s to about 60 for some of the areas along the coast here. So your 7-day outlook for the valley, we're drying things out entirely for Wednesday all the way through Friday, but there it is, that wet weather pattern I was talking about here for next weekend and even going into next week. There you can see for the coast, inland, and for Trinity County. Now you'll notice on Wednesday, Wednesday, even though it's dry in the valley Wednesday, the coast, inland, and maybe even Trinity County could see some showers, especially the first half of the day on Wednesday. Dry on Thursday, and then maybe as early as Friday, but I think, again, those better chances coming in this weekend and early next week. Siskiyou County, Modoc County, and the eastern mountains. So yeah, Siskiyou County, maybe some showers, maybe even for Modoc County on Wednesday, but those chances are slimmer. But dry for the eastern mountains on Wednesday. Dry for everyone else Thursday, Friday, and then there it is, come Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. All right, that is your Quickcast. Hope you have yourselves a good night if that's all you needed. Otherwise, stick around for a deeper dive. We've got a lot to kind of dive into here with a series of storms kind of heading our way for next week. We're really coming in this weekend. So again, this is the storm exiting the region. This is the next storm system that's approaching us. But again, it's not going to impact all of us, at least in the form of rainfall and snow. Now, forecast visibility, we're going to take you through tomorrow morning. There are some spots in the valley, as you can see here, that could see some fog developing, but it's not going to be widespread. I don't think we're going to be inundated with fog for the entire northern Sacramento Valley, but there could be some patchy fog in some of those areas. And then as we get into the noon hour, any chances for that are pretty much burning off here. And then, of course, through the afternoon, no fog either. But again, some of those inland and mountain valleys may hold that fog in for just a little bit longer. Now, we look at Futurecast here. This is tonight at 10 o'clock. You see up to the north, a few snow flurries here and there, nothing major. And then kind of another weak wave pushing through even tomorrow morning, 6 a.m., parts of eastern Siskiyou, Modoc County, maybe a leftover flurry, right? But there you can see some of that fog trying to develop in the valley, but it's dry for everyone else. It's dry through the day on Tuesday, just some of those passing clouds. We'll call it partly cloudy for most of us, although along the coast here, you can see some of the overcast skies, maybe some of that fog kind of lingering through the day. But look at Wednesday. Remember I was talking about that ridge of high pressure building in? Yeah, high pressure is in place, but this storm system is able to kind of budge through that ridge, and that's why we're seeing some of the showers along the coast, Trinity County, Siskiyou County, and maybe some of those filtering into Modoc County as well. But you'll notice by midday Wednesday, most of it's gone, and then it's dry for Wednesday afternoon and dry for Thursday as well. But we're still seeing some of the low clouds and fog along the coast here on Wednesday. Now the rainfall totals through tonight, you can see it's not going to be much, right? And then as we go into Wednesday, that's where we see more of that rain, especially up to the north and west. And of course, nothing really accumulating after tonight anywhere else. So we take you through Wednesday. We saw that on Futurecast. And there you can see, again, we have this ridge of high pressure, but you see this little dip in the jet stream right here? This is what we call a shortwave trough. Essentially what it is just a weak disturbance and is pushing through that ridge, and that's allowing us to see some of the showers I was talking about for parts of the north coast and some of the mountains. But then we see that high pressure kind of rebuild and get stronger again for Thursday, Friday, so most of us are dry for the rest of the week. Eventually, though, that ridge is going to shift eastward, and you see all these storms over here? Yeah, that storm door is going to be open, and it's going to allow these storms to push through. So as we go into Saturday, we've got more rain. We go into Sunday, Monday, a chance for some more rain. Even Tuesday of next week, possibly. This one could possibly come in on around Christmas or the day after Christmas. So more rain, more snow in the higher elevations. It seems like we've got this parade of storms, and that storm door is open, allowing those storms to push through. And we've got quite a wet weather pattern moving in starting this weekend and most likely going through next week. Now, looking at the rainfall totals through this upcoming Sunday, again, this is not including what we'll see through next week. We could pick up another 1.5 to even 2.5 inches for parts of the valley. A bit more than that, obviously, out towards Del Norte County. And as we typically see, we're just not seeing as much off to the north and to the east. And looking at the Climate Prediction Center, we're starting to see these greens get darker and darker. What this essentially means is this is a slim chance of seeing above normal rainfall. And the darker the shade the green gets, as we start kind of getting back in here, there are better chances of seeing above normal rainfall. So that means, yeah, we got a pretty good chance of seeing that wet weather here starting this weekend through next week. All right, look at those wave heights through your Tuesday. You can see they do start to retreat a little bit. Going into Wednesday, they try to retreat, but they're really pretty much staying status quo. So we do have that small craft advisory here for tonight and for tomorrow. Winds from the south at 15 to 20 knots, waves from the south at 7 feet at 7 seconds, and from the west at 14 feet at about 15 seconds. All right, so again, tonight we're dropping down somewhere in the low to mid 40s. Could see some of that patchy fog for some of us in the valley, patchy fog for some of the inland and mountain valleys, and temperatures tonight dropping down in the mid to upper 40s along the coast. Here's your Trinity County neighborhood forecast. Those temperatures upper 40s to low 50s for your daytime highs. I think Trinity County, you'll be dry for Thursday and Friday, but then there's that wet weather pattern moving in. And by the way, the snow levels coming in this weekend, fairly high, probably above 5,000 feet in most cases. So for the coast, I've included that chance for showers Wednesday. You saw that on Futurecast. Dry for Thursday. Maybe as early as Friday, more showers, but I think better chances coming in this weekend. Take you up to the north, Smith River about 61, 59 for Gasquet, and there's Orleans with a high of 61. Your Siskiyou County neighborhood forecasts have also included that chance for showers Wednesday, dry for Thursday, Friday, and then more wet weather coming in for the weekend and early next week. There's your Modoc County neighborhood forecast. I've included that chance on Wednesday, but honestly, I think most of it will be to the west of Modoc County, so you'll mainly be dry through Friday with that wet weather coming in for the weekend. There's your Eastern Mountains neighborhood forecast, and yeah, we got the chance on Sunday, but often on chances for rain through the weekend, but it's dry tomorrow all the way through Friday for the Eastern Mountains. And your Valley neighborhood forecast brought to you by Walgamith Painting. Your temperatures in the upper 50s. So yeah, it's getting a little bit warmer out there for the Valley. 58 degrees for Redding, 56 for the city of Shasta Lake. There's some of that morning fog, but dry for Tuesday through Friday. And looking at that 7-day outlook for Redding, there's the dry conditions through Friday. Showers return this weekend, early next week, and the first day of winter, the winter solstice. That'll be here on Saturday. That's your evening update. Thank you so much for joining me. I'll be back again tomorrow morning at 6 a.m. and live on Coffee with Krueger at 7 a.m. Have a great night.